Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. You guys seen the title, you clicked on the video. It looks like Polish boxer Andres Fonfara is back in the ring against bad Chad Dawson. And they're putting it on the Garcia Thurman undercard. Not sure if it's going to be televised, but that is the latest happening. Now, this fight was talked about some time ago. I was hearing it was going to happen in like a January or February, but for whatever reason, they opted not to. And it looks like it's going to go on the New York card, March 4th at the Barclays Center, headlined by Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman. And I'm looking forward to it. I must say, this is a great day just to be a fight fan in general. You have Tony Bellew and David Haye. Should be a heavyweight fight with some drama, with some action. That's March 4th. In the UFC, you have Tyron Woodley versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. That's a rematch. The first fight was fun. Kind of stole some of the show. That had drama. Tyron Woodley has some serious smoke. And then obviously you have Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. And stack this undercard, free TV. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to be televised, but I mean, I'll be able to watch it some kind of way. You know what I mean? I'll see it some kind of way. The Fonfara versus Chad Dawson fight. And Chad Dawson, I haven't really followed some of his more recent fights because I think the last Chad Dawson fight I seen was versus Tom Carpensey, who Adonis Stevenson later knocked out. Chad Dawson, I think, got injured in that fight, but it was somewhat, he contested that he lost the fight. He looked all right, but it didn't look like vintage Chad Dawson. And then obviously Adonis Stevenson also knocked out Chad Dawson, and that's what really got Adonis Stevenson's career on and popping. Brutal first round knockout. For Fonfara, he fought Adonis Stevenson too, but they traded knockdowns. Adonis knocked him down, and then the very next round, I think it was, Fonfara knocked down Adonis. And he went the distance with Adonis, and he was climbing back up that ladder, beating the likes of Chavez Jr. and Nathan Cleverly. And it looked like he was right in line for another opportunity, another title shot. And boom, out of nowhere, Joe Smith Jr. comes and pulls this shocking upset. This New Yorker, this union worker who is a part-time boxer, part-time construction worker, and he ends up knocking out Fonfara. Since that point, Fonfara came out my neck of the woods to the Bay Area. He's training with Virgil Hunter. He's loving it from what I hear and enjoying the pairing and the partnership. And it was a good move. He's in good spirits. So I like this fight. I think it's a rightful fight. The thing with, like I said, I haven't really watched a lot of, I think Chad Dawson's had another fight since Carpensey, maybe even one or two fights. I just haven't seen them. They haven't been big televised fights or big ordeals that I've been able to keep up with. But Chad Dawson at one point was a very serious boxer. You know what I'm saying? His career has kind of been on the decline. But if he's able to dredge up some of his old skills and use his height and stuff, because actually Fonfara is pretty tall too. But if he has anything left in the tank, then this is a good fight, and it's a dangerous fight coming off a knockout loss because we don't even know how Fonfara is going to look with the new trainer. Confidence could be shot from the Joe Smith Jr. You know what I mean? You never really know because even though you make the move and you come to Virgil's gym and you like it, some people have that Ronda Rousey type of mentality. You don't know. Holly Holm was just talking about it. I made a video about it where you don't really know until you get into an actual fight and you're like, damn, I'm getting hit. You know what I mean? This guy has some power or stuff, and you don't know how you're going to react to it. And just different people have different mentalities. For Ronda Rousey, it didn't work because as soon as she started tasting that power, she kind of froze. And that's what happens to some people. You know what I mean? That lack of confidence. I've seen guys with the craziest granite chins, and then all of a sudden they take one knockout loss and they're never the same. Never the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like other people beat him easily, but just not too long ago, this guy was a real serious threat and, you know what I mean, plowing through guys. So I think fighting sports in general is definitely a psychological sport. So we have to see how Fonfara comes back. Same thing with Chad Dawson. I mean, he got stretched pretty bad by Adonis Stevenson. So it's a good fight that'll help the winner, but it's going to be kind of bad for the loser, because it's kind of a crossroads fight and they're looking to get into bigger and better fights. Light heavyweight is popping, so you got to prove yourself against guys like this. So I don't mind the Chad Dawson fight. Obviously, like I said, free TV, main event, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. So really, realistically, that's such a good fight, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. This could have no undercard because it's still a meaningful fight. Somebody's gotta go in the main event. So as long as they put a couple of names on the undercard, that's better than nothing. And that's better than what we're getting from a lot of promoters, because a lot of promoters, they're making you pay pay-per-view for lesser fights than Garcia Thurman, right? And not giving a fuck about the undercard, or putting a star versus somebody you've never even heard of on the undercard. So, you know what I mean? At least we both names, Fonfara and Chad Dawson, most serious boxing fans have heard of both of them. And like I said, I think it's a good crossroads fight to see how Fonfara looks with Virgil Hunter, and then what Chad Dawson has left, because this is kind of his last hurrah. You can't beat guys like Carpenter. If you can't beat Fonfara coming off a knockout loss, then it's a hard road. But I remember Floyd Mayweather Sr., he used to train. See, this is the thing that kind of bothered me about Chad Dawson, his temperament. Something about it. He's a hell of a fighter, hell of a skill fighter. Floyd Mayweather Sr. said that maybe Chad Dawson, he said something to the effect that Chad Dawson was the most God-gifted, naturally skilled fighter he's ever trained. But sometimes those things don't matter if you don't have the right mentality. And Chad Dawson bothers me at times with the things just the mental, like, it's, you know what I mean, like kind of like Victor Ortiz, same thing. Victor Ortiz, don't get it twisted, he's a good fighter, but when it comes crunch time, will he quit like the Maidana fight? Will he get frustrated, headbutt like the Floyd fight? Will he quit on all fours like the Luis Collazo fight? Pause. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be weary for fighters like that. And one of the indications for Chad Dawson is he went through way too many trainers. Like, if somebody in the comment section add up how many trainers Chad Dawson has, like Google it and do your research. He had like 13 trainers or something. And it's not like his career, like he's been fighting, you know what I mean, as long as Bernard Hopkins was fighting or something. Like that's a lot of trainers. So to me, when it gets to that, it's more so the fighter than the training and the coach. It's like you can't get along with someone, or you keep wanting to change, or you don't want to listen to authority, or I don't know, it's something. Like Fonfara, to my knowledge, he's had the same trainer and he lost, and so he wanted to switch and he went to Virgil Hunter, but I don't see him bouncing around like 10 more times to other trainers in the next couple of years. So it's a good crossroads fight on the card of a great fight, which is Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. Let me know what you guys think. Free TV, CBS, Al Heyman getting it done. And we'll see where Fonfara and Chad Dawson are out. They're probably about the same height too. So I'm gonna see. I have to probably do some research to see how Chad Dawson looked in his last couple, his actual fights, because I didn't catch him. I know that, like I said, last fight I seen with him was Carpenter. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.